Okay. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nata Ek. You can call me in Thai Ek, but for foreigner, I would say you can call me Ek, like a chicken egg. So it's easier for you to pronounce my nickname. So today, actually, I would like the title is a little bit clickbait to you guys, but it was from GPT. I would like to sharing about how Agoda approaching to help developer experience, developing the application easier, less context switching. Mainly I will talking about the context switching. Does anyone know about context switching before? Okay, a few people. So, okay, without further ado, let's get started. I think my session will not taking that long. Cool. Have you ever facing this before? Oh, why I cannot run it? So basically, you have project, right? Now you would like to run your client side. You start to type, and then you wait. Tick tock, really long time, right? So, what do you do while you are waiting? Some people would say they go to plenty and grab some coffee, matcha, or even like a snack or drink, right? So you just go back and forth. Someone just turn around and talk to the colleagues about the life, daily life, or even just talking about the work for more efficiency development, or checking an email about does our boss sending some email or something like that. Last one was you checking the Slack, maybe helping other developer or someone just keep chasing you about how can we build this, how can we do that, something like that, which is they're supposed to go to on-call person or someone else, which it should not be you, and you just kind enough to answer them. And even worse, you have IG, right? Nowadays we have IG, TikTok that have, it have a sound too. No way. Okay. So basically this kind of application actually build really good to keep tracking you to the application, right? You just keep scoring. I think it's called a doom scoring in nowadays. So it's really consuming your time. Basically, if it was me, I took at least 20 or 10 minutes in order to escape from this application, which is very unproductive in my opinion. Actually, from the research, there are a lot of people that trying to research how long does it take in order to get back to do the deep focusing work. It's allowed 20 minutes in order for you to get back to a deep focusing mode, which is quite long, right? You scrolling something, by you just try to PNPM dev, PNPM build, and then you just keep scoring 10 minutes, and then you need to wait 25 in order to get focusing on back to work again, which is really crucial and unproductive in my opinion. So that this one we call a context switching, you do something, you wait, and then you do something else. Yeah. Let me introduce you about a type of the context switching. This is just my own opinion. First one was the technical context switching that can causing the context switching. One is the build time. You can see this our real application. It took 3 minutes in order to just yarn start or PM start. Really long, right? But it's the real application. A little bit legacy, but yeah, it is how it is. And the next one is when you're trying to do the test, yarn JS, something like that, or do the V-test. Right now, our application took 5 minutes, run just one single test case. Really painful. Another one was non-technical. I'm not sure everyone got this kind of meeting same as me or not. This is my calendar. So I cannot barely find the time to coding. Even I'm not manager, I'm just normal engineering. Another one was non-technical as well, but work from home edition. If you guys have your companion at your home, this is my two lovely cat that they keep come chasing me every time when I trying to try to get my attraction. So basically like I need to play with them in order to let them go away, right? Or like if you live with your family or your wife or your partner, basically like you might get asking, go wash dishes, go wash your cloth, something like that. So you need to go there or hanging your cloth. So there is a lot of context switching that happening everywhere. But today we will talking only for the technical one because non-technical one I don't think I cannot fix it. Cool. Before we going to like how we fix, what is exactly causing by the context switching? From the engineer perspective, actually it was reducing the productivity, right? Mainly, like you switching do something when you go back, it's kind of like really hard for you to keep focus. Maybe you also forgot what you did, something like that. Increase error rate, like since we are engineer, right? We working on fixing something or developing something. If you context switching, it also increasing the error rate as well. For the creativity, I think we working with like very smart business people, right? They come with really weird idea that will help driving the business going further, making more money. So we also need to follow them too with our creativity implementation as well, right? But like if we are context switching in order to like catch up with the original idea that you was thought about to implement, it might be hard. And also job satisfaction, basically like on every company, I guess they are the scorecard, right? That we might need to follow and fulfill the KPI or OKR, individual or the team. So basically, if you have less productivity, you might be able to like reach to the goal that you expected to be. Next one is from like a company perspective. This one I grabbed from Glassdoor, just average. I just average with my supreme mathematics skill. Basically like a normal salary in Thailand, average from Glassdoor. I'm not sure it's true or not, but yeah, it's allowed this one. So I divide with my math skill. It's gonna be like a 262.5 Thai baht per hour. Let's assume that like you got distracted 2 times. And that means you need to recover from the context switching around 1 hour, right? Assume. And you have like 4 members in your team. Roughly estimation per year that company need to pay for that context switching is around like 370, a lot money, right? Greater than my bonus. So let's talk about like this one. I would like to share how as Agoda, we trying to fix the context switching from the engineer. Basically, like as we know that okay, that is the build time that's low, right? Is it only just me, or only just you, or is the whole company wide, or like just department wide? So first of all, we need to gather the data first, to prove that this is the real big issue. So we have developing the plugin. This is open source. It's called Agoda Dev Feedback. I think I provide the link below. It's open source. If you guys use and found bug, feel free to PR welcome. Yeah. Basically, like this one, what this one doing is like it will capture the data on the build life cycle of the build tool such as Webpack or Weed. So let's say like you do yarn build on the Webpack. Once it compiler going to the end, it will providing you some JSON file like this. So basically like this JSON file will contain a lot of things such as like a CPU, RAM, how long does it take, who did implement, who did this execution, and many more. So at Agoda we also trying to developing another service called the ingester. So we have like an ingester to just simple API that retrieve that JSON file as a body and then like just save to the Hadoop. That's it. Simple as that. Then every time when like you build, you will have the JSON and then we will passing the JSON body as the request to the ingester save to the Hadoop table. And then we plot it into the Hadoop table, or not Hadoop table, superset dashboard. This one we use superset. You can use Metabase or whatever that you can plot. This is how it look. There is like the name here, list of the people, so we can monitoring whether this guy working or not, how many times that guy built. No, I didn't meant to do like that. So basically we trying to check like maybe this guy took like 33 seconds in order to building our project. It also can help be like our repository health check whether like how does our contributor feel. And then we can try to optimize based on that, try to helping them to reduce this time in order to build. So they will have fast feedback and have less context switching, something like that. And there is the trend over there. As you can see, there is allowed like 25 seconds to 30, right? Yeah, that was the build Webpack. So basically our application right now, we using the Webpack, which is coming from the Create React app. And then we do eject, which is really messy Webpack right now, and we barely touch it because we don't know what it is. So yeah, and then one funny thing is like previously this one is they removed some of the table here. Previously it have the way to check which operation system or which CPU or RAM that running this. And we found that like there is allow 2 or 3 guys that use very old model of the CPU or RAM. We just like asking them to request to the IT support, and they will get new replacement, and their life will easier. But like if the normal developer that developing right now, how do we trying to fix that? First thing is like we also seeking, very easy, we seeking the new build tool. I think you guys might be able to guess what it is. Can someone guess it? Weed, right? Yeah. Basically, we try weed, but at Agoda we cannot like just go ahead like a YOLO migrate to weed and deploy to production. It's kind of like really crucial. So we need to do kind of like A/B testing as well. So basically we have like a 2 bundle that build from Webpack and build from weed, and then we running as an experiment 50-50 and then see the result. This is the result. You guys see like the yellow, right? At least like it coming down from 25 or 30 down to 10 seconds. This is like a very like a good sign that we help developer experience developing in our local environment, or even like a CI, we also making build faster as well, right? So CI/CD process is faster. Yeah. And then we also not just doing only the build as well, we also tracking the test. So every time when you run test, we also capture everything, and we can like see whether, okay, this kind of test taking 2 seconds, is it too long in your opinion? So if it's too long, shall we optimize it? So we can have like a story or technical improvement in our backlog and trying to improve like every single sprint. Okay, then that's it for the technical part. Actually, I would like to share like the bonus one. This is just my own opinion, like how do I solving non-technical context switching. It might not working for you guys, but this is what I do. The first one is like for the meeting marathon. I do block Bill C and Bill C this time, but you see that it doesn't work for me, right? There is still many meetings that trying to stealing my Bill C time. Another way is like we do the notification snoot. So basically like when Slack is coming in or the new email coming in, I will not get any notification at all. So I will not get context switching, trying to go back to Outlook and checking an email or answer some Slack channel. I will have like a sum of my period in order to answer. But if it's like crucial, they can just walk into my desk and then ask. What about the IG? So actually like the way that I did is, I have following, there is some particular account. This one is called like a close IG Howley. Basically, I just like I follow this guy. Every time when I scrolling the reel, they're gonna show up showing some like a clickbait reel that I would want to watch, like someone dancing, someone like do something, and then it will end up with like the quote that go back to work, something like that. So this work for me, but I'm not sure that it might not work for you. This is softcore. I also have hardcore edition as well. The hardcore edition is I use like this kind of application. Basically, like I use Opal, the right one. So it blocking the time to like going to the IG and Facebook or like a YouTube, something like that. So if I would like to like really want to go there, I just need to snooze for like 5 minutes, something like that, and then I can go back to work. This is how I would proceed to the non-context switching thing. Yeah. That's it. Actually, is it like too fast? How much time left?
Is it? Okay. Actually, 10 minutes left.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, so you can do anything else.
Actually, I don't have anything.
Some like, pop quiz, something like that.
But anyone have any questions so far?
Yep. Okay.
Thank you, Kap. Just a question about the A/B testing for the Webpack and the weight. Okay, just curious on how you perform the A/B testing because of, but what I understand, I'm kind of familiar with the A/B testing by setting up some cookie on the user side and we measuring the result.
Mhm.
But from your side, you perform this A/B testing by asking developer to, hey, 50% could you guys use Webpack, and if another 50% you are using the width?
So basically, at Agoda, we develop our own in-house a lot of things. A/B testing also one of our tool. So basically, we can like every time when you, I'm not sure I can talk right this one. Do you think? Okay. So basically, the way that it do is when you visit agoda.com or some other page that in Agoda company, you will get allocated directly when you hit the API. We will have the backend that will grab the experiment allocation for you, whether you get A or B. We have allocation type, two type. One is the user type based. Another one is the property type based because we serve hotel as well, right? So yeah, it's on our backend. And then we have like a lot of things that outside of my area in order to like check whether this A or B should win, something like that. Yeah. Is it answer your question? No, right?
No. Yeah. Actually, I mean, let's say developers, you have the options to build the project by Webpack, right, or by Read.
Oh,
right? Yeah.
okay. Now it's something.
Okay.
So let me tell the architecture right now for our application. We use laser view. You guys know laser view, right? It's from C#. Yeah. And then laser view is we have at the server side rendering, right? We have our React application, which is we build both Read and Webpack. Once we build those, we will have two bundles at the same time. And then we have the experiment on the laser view that connect to the experiment platform that we have to check whether you should use bundle Read or Webpack bundle. That's how we did. A little bit
Okay.
gymnastic way, but it worked. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Kap. Yeah.
Thank you for your questions and for your answer as well. Anyone else? Do you have like any questions? Yes.
Nah.
Are there any chance libraries this can be invasively used against developers? For example, what if I don't want to work for 8 hours and you monitor how long this guy does a build and run test? It's invasive monitoring, right?
Yeah. Right.
Are there any ways to prevent it?
I don't think so. Right now, on top of my head, I don't have any solution for that, to prevent this kind of thing.
Thank you. Yeah,ครับ.
So I want to ask like a bit away from the topic, but I would ask like how was your experience changing from Webpack to Vite?
I think it's quite easy, in my opinion. It's quite easy. No, it's easy. Basically, our challenging was not coming from like the official library that you can download from the npm JS package. The most challenging that we facing so far is one is the module federation. We use micro front end on some particular place. So this one is kind of like a very, and we doesn't support it out of the box. So we need to develop our own plugin in order to make it work. The second one was our own in-house. Yeah, our in-house. Actually, we are very bad at the packaging. So when we have a lot of breaking chain, and some breaking chain doesn't support Vite, something like that. So we need to fix that most of the time. Yeah, that was the challenging. But if normal flow is super easy. I didn't try IS Pack yet because it just recently released. After I already migrate to Vite. But yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you ครับ Anyone else? Okay, not yet. Thank you so much
Thank you so much
นะครับ
Thank you so much.
Okay.